I'll take myself off mute. Hello, everyone. I'll take a moment to let everybody have a chance to get notified and to join. I'll find myself here on Facebook so I can see any highs, questions, and comments. Um, Welcome. So I really just left. I just finished like 10 minutes ago. I did a master class for hypnotherapists to go deeper in their work, achieve hypnosis, and trust themselves. And it was just awesome. You know, there were so many friendly faces, and I'm sure some of you were there. But I I'm in this vibe. You know, I've been teaching my certification training class online for the first time, and the last day was yesterday. So it feels really good to continue to share and delve into the world of hypnosis in so many ways because you know, having these students so passionate and so wanting to just soak up the information and the experience and understanding, you know, how to use this amazing space that is hypnosis um, to create an experience for someone that gives them the possibility of such amazing growth is just, you know, you can tell I'm fired up because I love you know, continuing to see it. And so tonight I am looking at, uh, hey, Michelle, looking at, yeah, again, like how I can serve you. And so as people are starting to come on, feel free to post in the comments something that you want me to focus on tonight, or in especially in the hypno, but really ask me any questions. Because I know that there's always different levels of people that are here with different amounts of knowledge about hypnosis. You know, I've been teaching about hypnosis and how to do the work for the last couple weeks, you know, really full on in the class. And I wanted to bring that energy to you tonight. You know, I want to be able, hey, Kara, we get to spend a lot of time together. And, you know, I wanted to be able to, yeah, like continue the momentum of where we're being reminded regularly, like, yeah, it can be helpful to have an awareness or potentially an understanding, a logical understanding of why we might be acting like we're acting or feeling like we're feeling, or not able to do um, things we're not able to do. But when we stop spending time in that conversation, when we stop spending time in the trying to figure out everything consciously, logically, analytically, and allow the part of our mind, that deeper subconscious, superconscious, higher mind, all knowing self, to do the work and to process and to release, then things happen that we're not really fully aware of how or why or what all the time, but the change has been created. And that's my why, you know, that's my purpose for being here. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Hypno Heather. I'm so happy to have you join us. And as we're getting prepared to go into hypnosis, um, first of all, I want to do a mic check. So I noticed when I was listening back to the live last night, and I didn't go last time, last Wednesday, I didn't go through Zoom, so maybe the sound was different. But if anyone can just give me a heads up on, like, is my sound distorted at all? That's what I'm really looking for, because I have a couple different settings on my mic. So any feedback on that would be great. Would just be great. So as we're continuing along, um, getting ready to go into hypnosis, we're really starting to bring in this idea of taking the time to continue to experience the space of the subconscious and allow it to continue processing things for you. Hey, ladies, it's just great. Okay, cool, cool. So that's good. I just wanted to check the sound because last week when I listened to it back, it seemed kind of off. So coming from, I know some of you are coming from the master class too, and let's even kind of bring that into it. And by that, for those of you that weren't there, it's like that understanding, that vibe that, as we continue to really connect and go within and create more confidence in things getting resolved by us not fixing them. I couldn't really say it better than that, honestly. Um, just want to see something here. So we're really looking at letting things be resolved without us trying to fix them. This is something that is, it kind of got me thinking about this week and what we're going to do, and it got me thinking about procrastination and about how so often we could say, oh, I'm procrastinating, or there's stuff that I'm not doing that I know I should be doing, or that I know how to do, but I'm not doing. And the thing with that is that this is a logical kind of thinking mind sort of approach to habit behavior and changing the way that we do things, the way that we react to things, and the way that we try to resolve or fix things. And the problem with that is that it can so often not be accurate. Maybe we could have a feeling that we know what we want to do, but we can't do it. Totally. But why we're thinking that we can't do it, or all of the negative feelings that we're feeling because we haven't yet been able to do it, are also getting in the way of our being able to do it. Because we're not handing it over. We're not trusting that there are ways of doing things that we could be guided to do by our own inner wisdom, step by step throughout the day or along the week, because we're tapping more into that consciousness. Like we're going more into that space. We're trusting more the deeper part of us. And trust me, guys, it's always listening, right? It's always listening. So it's always on. It's just, are we communicating with it in the right way? Or are we telling it too much how to be or what to do? Sometimes we can just get these real concrete ideas of how something should be done. In my experience, in my fields of work, I see this the most in um, food, lifestyle, diet, and then like habits, behavior, smoking, drinking, gambling. I see it the most in like habits and behaviors, exercise, kind of anything that we could think of, cutting sugar out, whatever it is. This seems to appear more than anything. Like when we're trying to change a habit or break a habit, that's when the whole thinking that we know what we should be doing really comes in. And this is where it really does tend to create more self sabotage and more procrastination, because then it relies on us to have to make moves and do actions that we feel like we should do. So they can become very obligatory, they could feel very deprived. Whereas when we're learning how to work in the subconscious and how to either ourselves when we're doing self hypnosis, or when you're having the ability to have someone take you there and help you do this, then it's a really different process. You start to develop an understanding how the mind works. And you start to understand that whenever we have a rigid idea or a belief about how we should accomplish something, or even what we need to physically externally do to accomplish something, we're setting ourselves up for a really hard journey. So many people will say, oh, I'm going to start this diet or start this program or do this tomorrow or Monday. And then when Monday comes, the motivation and the drive still isn't there. Being a hypnotist, I have countless people, I have thousands of people that have asked me to help give them more motivation and to help them stop procrastinating and to do the things that they want to do. And so, what I learned over the years through this experience and working really hard to, get my client the result that they want is that it's not how it works. It's not like we just have to think a positive thought and then we start to do that thing. Or it's not like we succeed when we are able to follow an external plan. Now, I'm not saying that plans can't be helpful and plans can't get you to point A from point A to point B. I'm saying that when the the beliefs is so structured that you feel like you can't accomplish this goal because you're not doing it like this. Say you're not exercising enough, or you're not eating perfectly, or you're not doing this, or you're um, drinking too much, or you're thinking too much. All of these things don't change because you try to make them change. These things don't change because you will them to. They can temporarily and difficultly, but it's not the thing that can keeps you consistently being able to create the lifestyle that fits into how you want to live, how you want to make decisions, and making it easier for yourself to go on along the way. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for today in our hypnosis session, to really tune in even more into the subconscious and trust it to guide you. And then throw in the comments anything that you want me to work on while we're in that subconscious state. I'm going to work on letting go of blocks. So, letting go of any blocks that might be creating more procrastination, and like maybe there's a way that you've been thinking about, like putting yourself out there, or something that you've been thinking about doing for yourself or for your business or for your own personal growth or for your in your relationships. Maybe you've been passive aggressive and not really surrendering to learning what you have to learn in the moment. I find that to be something really um, disconnecting. Where we might think that if an external circumstance or if a person changed, then we would somehow feel better. And this is just not the case. This is really just not the case. And so we'll work on that too, like a deeper sense of acceptance, like being able to come to a deeper acceptance within, understanding, how. I think I posted this on my Facebook story. I love Ram Dass. Shout out to Ram Dass and everything that he teaches, or he did teach. Rest in peace. And I love his teachings. And I noticed I was reading one of his teachings today, and he was talking about how, um, that oh yeah, here it's on my story. You realize um, like a moth being drawn to light. As you reach a certain point, you realize that you only see the projections of your own mind. Everything that's happening to you is a teaching designed to burn out your stuff. Your humanity isn't an error, and all of your desires are part of the journey. So I really love this. And I find that this does really come to what I will work on, being in the now and really coming back into that understanding that everything that is happening is perfect and is there for you to continue to grow and evolve and shed your shit and stop being passive aggressive or stop turning off to love, you know? Let's see, self sabotage. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. That's basically the whole premise of this, where, when there's things that when we're thinking about things in a specific way or about doing things in a specific way, it can really cause us to sabotage them. Um, Letting go of the how, like how are things going to work out? How is the money going to come? Letting go of that repetitive thought process. Yeah, I like that. That just so self-sabotage. Um, yeah, thinking is just so ineffective in so many things. And all it tends to do is keep us believing our own story and somehow um like perpetuating our own story. Like, I have a total right to feel hurt by this thing that this person did, and I'm going to stick to it. And as a result, I'm not going to care anymore or love anymore or show anymore, or this whole idea of just somehow we get in our heads convinced of something because it feels true. So, this is really nice, letting go of the how and not thinking about exactly this step by step, like this has to happen for this to happen, and coming more into letting yourself be guided to the next thing, trusting that that thing is going to get you to where you want to go. But here's the thing, it's like sometimes I guess we think that things have like a straight path, like we do these steps, like a linear path, like we do these steps and then we get there. and and this I think is planning and overthinking too, right? So we think, okay, I'll do these steps and then I get there. I chuckle at it because I laugh at myself with this, like when I start to notice myself like really going, the wheels churning, and then I'm like trying to figure it out and plan it out, and then get worried about, okay, oh my god, what if this doesn't work and then I can't pay my rent, or what if this doesn't work, or this isn't, hi Peter, and everything like that. So we're really going to bring that in, like the planning and the how, because what that can do is it can stop us from the actual next perfect step. Like, we're always going to take it, but sometimes we don't take it because we think we should be doing something else, or we think that we should be doing it in a different way, or we think if we don't do it in that way that we should do it, then it's not going to be okay, we're not going to be successful, everything's going to fall apart, we're not going to get there, and then it just continues to perpetuate a way that we work from fear, and we do things from fear instead of alignment. So we'll work on that. um yeah, yeah. I feel that, Tasha. I know that feeling, like where you want to make sure that you're not just working all the time, and so you kind of don't do some things, but then if you just did them, then you'd have time to relax. I get that. We can I feel like that really fits into what we're going to do here today in hypnosis. And yeah, that sounds great, guys. So what we can do is just awesome. And so, yeah, you can take this moment and get yourself comfortable. And Take a moment to settle in, whatever that is for you, where your space is. If you want to start off right away, just with closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths, feel free to do that now. And as you're there, eyes closed, taking a few deep breaths. So right away, taking those nice deep breaths, knowing that every breath that you take takes you deeper, relaxed. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. So more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed, and just letting any preconceptions about what your experience might be like tonight go, and allow yourself to just drift into that space of relaxation, letting all sounds around you plus the sound of my voice continue to take you deeper and deeper, relaxed. Some of you are very used to the sound of my voice, and even knowing that every time that you show up, every time that you go into hypnosis, you go deeper, relaxed, like right now, deeper and deeper, relaxed, more and more comfortable. That's it. And so taking that moment to feel that space, start to feel into it, focus on your eyelids, let your eyelids become really nice and heavy, nice and comfortably stuck shut, and noticing that the more that you try to open them, the more that they just keep sticking closed. And then even when you really try to open them, notice that you can't. And then just stop trying and go deeper, relaxed. That's it, deeper and deeper. Feeling that flow. And I love imagining the wave of relaxation as it could flow into your scalp, into your mind, flowing into your face and into your jaw relaxing, flowing into your neck, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, moving down, down, down into the center of your chest, maybe taking a breath or two there now. Feeling yourself expand, allowing space to come into that center where it's more like a door that could start to open more rather than need to be flung open, where you're just giving some attention to your heart center, to the center where so often you feel things, and breathe there no matter how it feels, knowing that every breath takes you deeper and deeper. Relax. That's it, letting it flow down the front of your body as well as the back. Muscles softening, lengthening, loosening, and breathing easy. More and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. The deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. That's it. And let that keep flowing down the front of your body, flowing down the back of your body as you really continue to deepen now. So as you're going deeper and deeper, allowing that space to really come in for yourself, of relaxation, of ease and comfort and specialness. And so, really taking that moment to let it keep flowing down into your legs, whatever is supporting you, the chair, the bed, the couch, the floor, feel yourself being supported by that, where you could just melt into it more, let go even more, letting this relaxation flow down into the tips of your toes now, out the tips of your fingers, out the tips of your toes, and going more into that space, more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. In a moment, I'm going to count down from 100. And as I'm counting down from 100, by the time I get to 95, you're going to just let the rest of the numbers disappear from your mind completely down to 1. So you know all the numbers from 100 to 1. Each number I count down will take you deeper. So it'll go something like this: 100, 99. Each number taking you deeper, relaxed. And you might even imagine, as I'm saying the numbers, that they disappear after I say them. So you think of the number 100 and then let it disappear from your mind as you go deeper now. Here we go. Let's keep rolling. 99. That's it. Letting it disappear now. 98. Deeper and deeper. Poof. Gone. 97. 96. 95. And letting all of the rest of the numbers completely disappear down to 1. Maybe you let them all float off into the sky and go away. Maybe they're just gone now. And you bring your mind to somewhere comfortable, somewhere beautiful, somewhere you like to go, and you let yourself in. And you go deeper, relax, and you let go of needing to know, figuring out how, remembering, trying to know, remember, do, or solve as you go deeper, deeper and deeper, relaxed, more and more comfortable. That's it. Here we go. So as you're drifting and settling and just softening into this space, don't worry if your mind is still having thoughts. Thinking is an experience that we can't get away from. You know, you might have thoughts, your mind might drift off, and you might not hear everything I say, or you might be with my voice the whole time. So just remembering that however you experience this is perfect for you. In a moment, I am going to do another countdown, and you can continue to allow this relaxation to really flow through your body. If you like that, you can stay in your comfortable place and, knowing there's nothing to do or solve or figure out here. Or you can listen to my voice as I count down and each number takes you deeper. Now, the visualization or the intention that we're going to bring in with this countdown for your subconscious mind today is to go into that space, is to give you the ability tonight here to go into that space, into, tuning into that part of yourself that is all knowing, that knows exactly how to guide you and how to lead you into what's best for you, like really best for you. What are the best next steps for you to take for your life, this life that you have on earth now? And so we're using this countdown to And if you've just joined, feel free to close your eyes and let this countdown take you deeper, relaxed, while allowing you to really tune in and tap into that space within. Here we go. 10, 9, more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. 8, 7, that's it. You're doing great. 6, imagining what that would be like to be more connected to yourself, to be more connected to that part of yourself, to be more at ease, being guided by your own inner being, by your own intuitive creativeness and understanding, like really getting that when you do, you are always taken care of. Like things will be resolved, things will be shifted, things will happen for you in your life to provide the opportunities that are best for getting you to where you are going. And feel the ease of that surrender as I keep counting. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, beautiful relaxation, beautiful ease, and really taking this time to breathe. Like, what if you didn't have to have it all figured out? You know, what if you could find a way of moving through tasks and things that need to be done and space and time to feel and breathe and stretch or be? What if you really could, even in moments where you're thinking a lot, so even in moments when you're thinking a lot, that you could be okay without needing to do something, where you could bring in this knowing that you can relax, that you can let things unfold, and that especially in your relationships, you can let go of needing to fix or solve and start to be more in the moment and see what opportunities are there for you to connect deeper or to share more or to take space and try less or to choose a food that feels really nice in the moment because you kind of feel heavy. Sometimes we could have a moment where we feel like, oh, I'm just feeling like I haven't been eating enough vegetables. I'm kind of foggy. I kind of feel bloated. And we can start to just go on a rant or on a thinking pattern in our mind that is about what we didn't do good to get to this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I need to start doing this. But here's the thing, you don't have to make all of these judgments or decisions. You just, in that moment, choose something that will feel lighter. And this can go for any feeling of stress, overwhelm, sabotage, where you're not thinking about what you didn't do. And even if you are, even if you find your mind overthinking, oh my God, I didn't should have done this, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do this, this isn't the point. The point is to keep coming back to knowing that in any moment you can do it. So if you feel heavier, you don't plan to eat lighter, you just eat something lighter then. If you feel like you're so stressed and you haven't taken time to relax, and you've, instead of planning to do it or figuring out how you're going to do it, you just do it now. If you can't do it at that very moment, say you're working or you're with a client or you're making, well, making food, you can still sometimes bring those things in, but it just depends on your circumstance, right? So if you're not able to do it at the time, then you just know that you're going to do it as soon as you can, right? And it's not then has to be about what do I have to buy, what do I have to learn, what do I have to plan, when do I have to start, um I need to make a list, I've got to make sure and do all of these things. And like, how many times do we not do things because we just don't start them, because we think that we have to be ready, or we think that we have to plan, but really it stops us from being connected to the intuitiveness of your own moment, of that moment. You get a feeling, you listen to yourself, you do something, and it changes everything. This is a game changer. So, we're going to take a moment to think about fear, worry, stress, overthinking, patterns that are stored in our subconscious mind based on the experiences that we've had our entire lives, especially childhood. And I'm going to give you an option, an opportunity, and an option here to let go, because it can seem to ourselves that there are things that we should be able to do, but there is programming and feelings and ways of thinking about things that have stopped us from being able to relax, especially in specific areas. If you've ever noticed that it's harder for you to do things in certain areas than others, this is for you. Um, so let's give you the opportunity to release. I'm going to use this because it does feel to me like there's some physical energy stuck in some of you, and that physical energy needs to be cleansed out and detoxified as along with the mental energy. So I'm going to bring this into more of a healing session, part of the session for release, where I'm going to get you to imagine as you're relaxing there that you could leave your body and just rise up from your body looking down at your body. So you're there, you're looking down at your body, and I want you to imagine, I'll count to three, and at three, I'll snap my fingers, and then we'll let your mind just imagine any dark spots that might exist in your body that represent any type of blocks, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, that may be causing you to stay stuck, that may be causing you to not be able to allow things to release and let go and flow. So, taking a moment now and just letting whatever comes to mind. If no spots come, that's okay. Maybe there's lots, maybe there's a few, maybe there's none, but you get a sense or a feeling or some other visualization pops into your mind. Roll with it. Your subconscious mind knows what's best and how to do this best. So, here we go. Taking that moment to just be aware of how your thoughts may be connected to the happenings in your cell membrane that is firing into your hormones, into your body, your energetic levels, plus your energy or any energy that may be stuck. This is where we're really going to, in a moment, bring in a beautiful light to pull all of those dark spots out of you into the light. So you're still floating above your body, and you're imagining that behind you is this beautiful, beautiful bright light. And in a moment, you're going to step out of the light and let the light just totally suck up all the dark spots, removing them all. So get ready. Take a nice deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Let the light shine. Move out of the way. Let the light pull up each and every dark spot, dark feeling, darkness, and clear it out. Let all of the spots go to the light, being totally absorbed into the light, letting all of the spots go to the light. And then when they're all gone, take a nice deep breath and blow it out through your mouth like you're blowing all of the energy that's inside of you that was connected to those dark spots. So again, breathe in and releasing and letting go. And if they haven't all gone, you can gently just let your subconscious mind know that you give it permission, even after the session, to continue to release. Okay? Now, take a moment there. Feel the space that you have created for yourself now. Let yourself breathe. That's it. Let yourself feel the love, bringing in that unconditional love for yourself, where you can really feel at ease, where you can really relax more. Let yourself be guided more in the moment towards what feels right for you, for your life, for your family, for your relationships, for your business. And try to let go of everything you know, right? Like, especially if there's an area that you've been really frustrated with and you haven't been able to create any movement in, let go of what you think you should have been doing. Let go of what you think you should do and just really flow. Really let go. Really be open to allowing in new ways, new ideas, new potential, things that you never thought of before, you didn't even know that you could do for this to be easier. Come into your life, come into your mind, come into your awareness, come into your experience, and feel how open you are to receiving. You may even find yourself saying to yourself, I am ready to receive. I am ready to follow the, the intuition that I have access to. And here's the thing, even if you're trying to decide and you're not really feeling connected and nothing's coming, it's still there. And you can still relax, kick back a bit, trust that it is coming, and the way and the steps that you think are going to get you there are not. And also, where you think you're going is super limited. It can be so much better. It is going to be so much better. And it's going to be so much of what you need that it's going to be rich and fulfilling and juicy and, life giving. So let that in. Feel the light come back into your body. Maybe start to move a little bit. Feel how it feels to move in your body. I'm going to count to 3. At 3, you'll be back in the room, eyes open, feeling energized, feeling relaxed, feeling awake, and feeling aware. So more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. That's it. So starting to come back a bit. 1, getting in tune with yourself, maybe even feeling yourself a little bit like, Ray, I can try to chill in some of this. I can work on this. I can let myself be guided a little more by others or by the things that come into my awareness. I can be open to knowing that, to feeling like I don't know everything, to bringing a little bit of more energy to your body, to your mind, coming more back. And 3, Coming back to the room, opening your eyes, relaxed, awake, and aware. I'll give you a moment here to just really relax. Kind of come back to me. I see a question here from before that I'll answer, and then I have something to share too. But come back, let me know how it's going. Let me know how you experience it. And then for the one person just from the class that I need to change a suggestion, just take yourself back into that space. You know who you are. Just take a deep breath. This is really this beautiful space where you can, any suggestion that your mind picked up that isn't right for you, now completely disregard and let go. And also remembering that your subconscious mind will always just pick up deeply what is really right for you and for your past or for your future and for your perception of your past. But really knowing that it's always taking you towards love. So taking a nice deep breath there, discarding any suggestions that weren't helpful for you, and coming into your belief, your trust, your sense of knowing. And when you're ready, coming back to the room. Everyone else, how did it go? How did it go? Um, so to answer Tracy's question, words that were told to you as a child, but never knowing they were put there, stored in the subconscious, definitely. Growing up, not understanding where it came from, why I cannot stop thinking about it, but these words created who I am today. Well, the words created your perception of who you are today, because who you are is never changing. Who you are is really actually what you are without all of those perceptions and all of those judgments and all of those words that you believe to be true from childhood. And so, um, really, uh, they created a perception of who you are. And that's why this work is so valuable, because we're able to start to create perceptions of ourselves based on more who we really are rather than what we think we are or our value is. Um, oh, I guess I can't. I don't. I use Zoom more than I use Facebook Live, even I'm through Zoom. So I'm not actually sure that I can. Oh, maybe I can. I'm going to share my screen because I have a couple things to tell you guys tonight. I'm so happy that you're feeling so good. Um, and yeah, I wanted to say one, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And, it's been a real pleasure to keep doing this. Peter, so in hypnosis, should your head drop if you are really relaxing? If it doesn't, are you not going deeper? Great question. Because I know this happens to me. So, for example, when we've been in the class, I've been, I was sometimes getting hypnosis like this, and my head is actually quite uncomfortable there. And so then as I would start to go deeper, like my head would move, but it was also more uncomfortable. So it would kind of relax, but then I would bring it back, and I felt like I really had to hold my head. But the thing is like you can go to deep levels and not even move, right? Sometimes the most deep is like you don't even move, your head would never move. And so sometimes it's more of just if the person's really suggestible and you tell them, neck and shoulder is relaxing, and then they kind of go into that, or they're relaxing more and that's how they relax. So it depends on the positioning, how you are, plus how you are in hypnosis. Plus, I find that the real deep states are you can't even move at all. And even if you're kind of uncomfortable, you would just stay there, or you might kind of shift to be more comfortable. So it's definitely not a sign of depth. And speaking about death is our death depth. I I just did a master class on different techniques and hypnosis techniques, and I am the 2 month online hypnosis train mentoring group is now open. It starts June 3rd. So the two things I wanted to share is one, I am going to open my books again and start doing hypnotherapy sessions. Probably I'll open them up next week, but there's just going to be a couple of slots every week because I'm still working on things for the students and for the online mentoring group. But if you're interested in having a consult or doing anything with hypnotherapy in a private session, let me know. And the other thing I wanted to share with you here tonight is the mentoring group. So I'm going to just share my screen for those of you that find this of interest and tell you a bit about it. Basically, what's happening is that we are going to meet once a week for an hour and a half, and and basically go over all things hypnosis. So there is practice building and client acquisition, but there's also like how to use idiomotor responding to discover cause and resolve cause, how to do better regression, past life regression, and regular age regression to, for panic attacks, anxiety, fears, phobias, and post traumatic stress. So, really delving into those deeper layers. I mean, there's so many things I could speak to in this right now where, we're really talking about learning how to do hypnosis. Well, I don't know if my screen actually works. Oh, it does. Good. I'm watching the live as we're going. So, um, yeah, there's just so much more than is on this list, but basically, it's a community of support to help up your level, to get you more in touch with how to really work off script, plus how to know which scripts are good, which are not, and how what to use in every session, no matter what. So even if you have a script you want to use, there's things that you can add to each session to be more successful, get better results, and proof of hypnosis so that your client is really convinced that you're in hypnosis. So this is for anyone that has hypnosis training or certification. So if you're a coach that you've been trained, this can be for you. If you're wanting to build your practice coaching or hypnotherapy using hypnosis, this can be for you. This is really designed for us to come together. I'll present on a topic every week. We've got group work, we've got programs, pricing, planning, client acquisition, branding, but then all of these skills of doing work with hypnosis and the reminders that are so helpful for how to create the change once in hypnosis. And then being able to have the group. Plus, what I love about it is the live coaching. So everybody who wants live coaching on the call can bring specific questions and even things they want to create to the group. And I know last year when I did this group, I probably won't do it again for another year. I don't know exactly what the future holds now because everything is so different. But last year when I did it, it was just so great to see the students like not procrastinating and sabotaging and just really leaving the class and then doing things that were creating momentum. So this is really all about creating momentum and having the supportive community that you need to really excel. Oh, cool. It switches like that. I'm just learning how to use my share screen, obviously. And then, of course, there'll be demos and hypnosis. And I've been teaching the last 8 days, or I guess the last couple weeks, the new class. And I just love the demos, and I know they love the demos. And, the demos is something that we're really I'm going to just keep doing, and then so you can watch me work and you can keep watching me see how I would approach a certain issue and what type of technique and the style that I would do it well, being able to ask questions and get coached too. So this is something that's exciting. We get to hang out every week for like 2 months and hone stuff and build shit and create together. So if you're interested in that, I did the webinar and I just offered a special price for everyone in the webinar. So normally this is 720 USD. Early bird is right now 595 USD until the 15th. And same with this payment plan that we've been able to separate it into 4 months because I know things are different now and we could use more time to pay things sometimes. So that's there for you. But if you want a deal, message me after this broadcast, or if you see this within 24 hours, message me and let me know, and I'll give you the coupon code for 525 USD for showing up tonight. And that's just for you, for showing up live, for seeing this in time, and spending time here. So let me know. You can message me. I'll be checking my emails and my Facebook tonight for a couple more hours or in the morning. So if that's something that interests you, message me. I'll send you the coupon code. If you have any other questions, let me know. So that'll be 525 USD, ends up being like 740 CAD, I believe. Let's just double check. Yeah, 739. Oh, it went down since a minute ago. Okay, keep going down, American. Keep going up, Canadian. So then, yeah, here's some more stuff that we're going to do. I'm going to leave it there. I'll post this link in the chat here, in the comments for our group. Thank you everybody for showing up. I'll do that right now. Here is the direction. Hit me up if you want the code. I definitely want to give that to you. And also feel free to be in touch with me and let me know, throughout the week how you felt, or let me know how you're feeling. And be gentle with yourself. Allow this way of letting go and letting things process more. Be a bit slower. Be a bit more natural, because once you're tuned in, the change happens fast. It's just taking the time to soften into that space. So thank you very much, everyone. Namaste, for coming out and sharing this space. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Ciao for now.